Hi everybody. Today I'll be trying out the new Olaplex number 8. This is their Bond Intensive Moisture Mask. Like most Olaplex products, they were $28 each. But I bought this in the 15% off VIB sale. I'll also be using Olaplex number 0 and number 3. Number 0 is like a primer for the number 3. And number 3 is the actual bond repairing treatment for your hair. When I bought the number 0 in this box, it also came along with a sample of the number 3. But as you can see, I've been using this. In fact, this is like my second or third bottle of this. I use these together about once a week. It says that one bottle should typically last you only 4 or 5 uses. So I have about 1 use left in this bottle before I have to get another one. And this sample size of number 3 is also almost gone. But I have a full size one. Actually, this is like the double size or jumbo or whatever. I bought this one from the cosmetic market. They were having a really good sale on Olaplex and a lot of other stuff at the time. So I bought this one, which I may need to open and start using depending on how much is left in here. And these two you use before you wash your hair. So I'll be putting this one on first. You wait 10-15 minutes and then you apply this one right on top of it and wait another anywhere from 15 minutes to however long you would like to leave it on. I usually leave it on about 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even an hour if I have the time. But number 8, you use it after you wash your hair. So the directions on this one say, apply to clean, damp hair, mid-length to ends. Use sparingly on the roots. Work through with fingers, leave on for 10 minutes. Rinse fully and style as usual. Use weekly for best results. Start with 2 pumps for shorter length hair. Use more for longer, thicker hair. Use more for longer, thicker hair, less for fine or short hair. And then it says, for the deepest repair possible at home, use with number 0 intensive bond building hair treatment plus number 3 perfector once a week or as needed. And that's what I'll be doing today. When I use these, I also use a plastic cap because I don't want them to dry. Your hair needs to be wet when you use number 3. And if this dries in your hair before you wash it out, then it stops working when it's dry. Your hair needs to be wet for this to actually continue to work. Okay? And when it's time to wash out the number 3 and number 0, I'll be using Pureology Hydrate shampoo. And then I'll use the number 8. And depending on what my hair feels like, if it feels, kind of dry or whatever, then I might put the Hydrate conditioner on it. But we'll see. Okay, let's get started. I'll use up the rest of this. It comes with this little cap. This tiny little spout. I wish this was a pump spray, but for some reason it isn't. So I'll just use it the way it is. And you're supposed to saturate your hair with this so that it's not dripping wet, but it's wet enough, damp enough so that the number 3 can do what it's supposed to do. I mostly focus on the ends, of course, because that's your oldest hair. And something that I noticed about these products, they're designed for hair that actually has been damaged because they seal the cuticle on your hair. So if your hair is porous from relaxing, coloring, heat, yes, all 3, then it sort of helps with sealing up the ends to make your hair feel more healthy and, not so damaged or not so changed from all of those treatments. But I did notice that with reviews of this product, some people loved it and some people hated it. But what was interesting is that the people who loved it tended to be people who had bleached their hair or relaxed it, or, you know, it was heat damage or something like that. So I think if you already have healthy hair that hasn't been damaged from chemicals and coloring and heat, you might not notice much difference when you use this. And so I've heard people say that it didn't really do anything for them. So I think if your hair is already healthy, you don't need to spend your money on this. Just get yourself some good quality shampoo and conditioner and you'll be fine. But if, like me, you have all these processes, your hair has been through a lot of different processes, and the cuticle has been damaged, then you will absolutely love this stuff. It takes a minute for this tiny little sprayer to wet all of your hair, but it does it eventually. And I'll be back in 15 minutes or so to put the number 3 on. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so it's been a little longer than 15 minutes. So it's time for the number 3. My hair still feels wet. I'll start with about this much. Let's see how it goes. I think I'll need a little more than that. So I'm going to open this. Add a little more. Mostly put this on the ends too. This time I'll leave this one on. For at least 30 minutes before I come back and wash it out. I like to really work it through to make sure it gets on as much hair as possible. Under the cap. I'll be back in 45 minutes, something like that. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes. So now it's time to shampoo it out, and I'll be using Purology. And then I'll come back and apply the number 8. Okay, I'll be right back. I've just shampooed my hair. Now I want to try this, number 8. Open this little spout here. Oh, that was easy. All right, I'll start out with 2 pumps. 1, 2. That's how much? That's 2 pumps right there. Feels kind of thick. It smells good. Has a fruity smell. It reminds me of something I've smelled before. I can't quite place it. Maybe it's the, it might be the Boom Boom Cream. Is that what it smells like? Kind of tropical like that. Okay. So you're supposed to put this in, wait about 10 minutes, and then rinse it out. Put a little bit more. It's making my hair feel thicker. All right, I'll wait. Okay, I'll give it 10 minutes and rinse it out and decide if I need to put something else on my hair or not. Okay, so I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, let's see how it is. I didn't notice a whole lot of difference when I was rinsing it out. It feels thick, but like it might be tangled. Maybe not. That's interesting. It feels like it does when it's really tangled, but it's combing out a lot easier than I expected. But as for the moisture and all of that, it doesn't feel very moisturized. At this point, if I had some Olaplex number 6, I would use it right now. I've used that before. I had a small tube of it and I used it up. It was great. It was great. I really liked it. It made my hair feel soft and it was very moisturizing and it was a really good heat protector and everything. But with this, I feel like I need something else. Something to make it more moisturized. It feels just like freshly washed and conditioned hair. I don't feel any difference right now. Now I'll decide what leave-in or heat protectant I'm going to use. Let's see. It's kind of dry, so I need something moisturizing. So for the leave-in, I need to decide between Living Proof Perfect Hair Day 5-in-1 Styling Cream, Damage Remedy Daily Hair Repair, or It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In. I'll try a little bit on different sections and see how it feels. So a tiny bit of Damage Remedy right here. See how I feel about that one. Feels okay. Not really smoothing or anything, but it feels a little bit more hydrated. So let me see what It's a 10. Put a tiny bit of that on. Just a tiny bit over here. See what I think of it. Okay. It feels softer. Yeah. And it's kind of smooth too. Okay. So between these two, I'm leaning towards It's a 10. So let me take another piece of hair. I'll try a little bit of Perfect Hair Day on this piece. Just a tiny bit. Okay, well. Actually, these two feel about the same. It's a 10 and the Perfect Hair Day. So, It's a 10 is a little bit softer. So I'll go with It's a 10 as my leave-in this time. Yeah, that feels good. It's more, it feels moisturized now. Okay, so now I'll go dry my hair and style it, and I'll be back. The blow drying is done, and as you can see, it looks like my hair is double the size that it normally is. It feels very thick and very, very full. So far, I would say if you want to add texture and volume to your hair, you would love this. It does feel like my hair is doubled. So I'm going to go finish styling and I'll be back. Okay, the flat ironing is done. And as you can see, my hair still feels really, really thick. A whole lot thicker than it usually does. which is, which is not a bad thing. But when I was trying to decide whether to try the new number 8 or get a full size of the number 6, I kind of wish I had gotten the number 6. This is not bad, actually. My hair feels good. But it always feels good after I use number 0 and number 3 and a moisturizing leave-in. The only difference is the extra volume that I got with this. It made my hair very thick and poofy. So I'll keep it. I'll use it until it's done. Actually, I was thinking that I would probably prefer to use this the first couple of weeks after my relaxer. That's when my hair feels kind of thin. But, the rest of the time, it's going to be a little extra. It's not a bad product, but I am glad that I bought it during the 15% VIB sale. So final thoughts. If you're someone who wants to add volume, texture, thickness to your hair, this is it. But if you don't, if your hair is already as thick as you want or has the amount of volume that you like, then you can skip this one. For my hair, I like 0, 3, and 6 together. Number 6 is very moisturizing. It's a really nice heat protectant too. And it plays well with all of my other hair products. This one, it's not very moisturizing at all. But my hair does feel good. Like I said, it feels good. But not necessarily much better than it would with the regular conditioner and 0, 3, and a leave-in. So that's my review and verdict on the number 8 from Olaplex. Thank you for watching. Bye.